you can't cost effectively send 5 or 6 of something. On the next order we can send 50 to 1,000, whatever that number is. But let's talk about how we prevent or mitigate that as much as we can. Right. In our process, we use 3D prototyping to make sure that we eliminate whatever flaws from our position that we can. From that point, we'll manufacture, or we'll work with a manufacturer. And again, we had this conversation this week about the difference between a 3D prototype. When you go to a design house and they are designing or developing something as a pure 3D model without a manufacturer, that's a whole different, that's a model maker, that's a toy maker, that's somebody who is like, Geppetto making Pinocchio in their garage. Whereas when we get our prototypes done, we are getting the manufacturer to make the components that don't need to be 3D printed, that are in their capabilities, and then putting 3D prints on top of it to mimic the product, right? So if there's a metal component, that metal component will be real. It's not going to be something that we have to buy off the shelf and put into our plastic component or a 3D print to make it look like a prototype. So a prototype is just an example. It is not a replica. It is not a manufactured item. It is a non-working, non-functional model. We work
for style and analysis only.
Style and analysis only.
Right.
Our 3D prototypes are based on our working with our manufacturer, and usually the way we do it is we put a production order in with the manufacturer. We give them a deposit so they know that there's an order at the end of this, and they provide us with working samples.
Pre-production
samples. And there's 3 stages, right? The first one I want to see is give me the parts and then 3D print around it. If we feel comfortable with that, if there's changes that need to be done, let's get another one. And at that point, it's all because we don't want to cut into a tool, right? Once you invest in, let's say, $10,000 or $15,000 in a tool and it's wrong, that's a significant mistake.
Right.